Hi, this is Murjan here, and I'm making this video as part of my capstone project uh, for TESOL course. And in this video, I'll be showing you how to pronounce some special word correctly, because correct pronunciation is very important. Because if you mispronounce some word, or if you don't know how to pronounce some word correctly, that time you will mispronounce the word, and your audience will misunderstand you. So for making your audience understand clearly, you have to have proper pronunciation skills, as well as you have to know how to pronounce word correctly. So in this video, I'll be talking about this. But it is matter so that as we are non-native, those who are non-native, especially, they do not focus on pronunciation. But pronunciation is very very important, because if you just mispronounce a word, or if you don't know how to pronounce a word correctly, you will mispronounce the word, then your audience will misunderstand you. So for this reason, pronunciation is very important, and pronunciation is one kind of art, because I feel myself that when I can utter any word correctly, when I can pronounce any word perfectly, I feel proud and I feel very well. So at the same way as you are a student, so when you can pronounce a word correctly, you feel well. Okay, so for this reason, pronunciation is highly important. Pronunciation is highly regarded. So I made a lesson plan for my TESOL course, and I just focused on these five special words. And today's video, I'll just try to clarify how to pronounce this word correctly. But I will not try to show you any kind of IPA phonetic symbol, IP international phonetic symbol. I will not show this to you. I'll just try to utter this word naturally. Because as I'm non-native, I'm saying that yeah, I'm not very expert, but I'm learning from this. I have learned something from TESOL course. And what I learned from TESOL course, I'll not show you everything, but I'll just try to show you naturally how to pronounce the word. For example, I learned English pronunciation do not following any kind of IPS symbol. I just followed native speaker, or I just listen my teachers from TESOL course, and I just try to utter with them. I just try to imitate them. Thus I have developed my pronunciation. Thus I have improved my pronunciation. For improving my pronunciation, I never follow IPA, or I never follow like IPS symbol to know how to pronounce the word like this. But I learned from them. Of course, I learned IPA, phonetic symbol from them, but I didn't implement it in me. I just listen them and I just try to utter them. And also, when I think that I need to do word for pronunciation, I go to YouTube and then I downloaded some videos of native speakers and I just watch them and I just imitate them. Thus, I have developed my pronunciation. So today in this video, I'll be just sharing my ideas with you for pronouncing this word correctly. So here we go. So we have mentioned five very important words, and these words are quite difficult to pronounce, but these are very common. I think these words are the most common word in English, but it is unfortunate that we pronounce this word in the wrong way, or we don't know how to pronounce this word correctly, or we cannot pronounce this word correctly. We cannot utter this word correctly. So I'm going to show you how to utter this word correctly, how to utter this word naturally, with correct pronunciation, with appropriate pronunciation. So our first word is vocabulary. Our first word is vocabulary. So in Bangladesh, some students says vocabulary. Some students says uh, vocabulary like this. I also once upon a time I used to pronounce this word in a wrong way, but right now I can't. Even if I try to pronounce this word wrong way, I cannot. But when I heard from my students, or when I heard from students from Bangladesh, so I quite laugh that the way they utter the word. Even some teacher utter the word in a horrible way. I cannot pronounce them. I cannot pronounce it like them. So we pronounce the word vocabulary. This is very common, because when we think about English, we have to think vocabulary, right? We cannot escape this word. So we should know how to pronounce the word like vocabulary. We should pronounce vocabulary, vocabulary, vocabulary. So vocabulary. This should be the correct pronunciation. Vocabulary. Okay. So when you will be pronounce the word, you should focus like vocabulary, or you should utter the word vocabulary, vocabulary. You are listening me, and also try to imitate vocabulary, vocabulary, vocabulary. Just you can utter with me, and thus you can rectify your pronunciation. I think you don't need to follow IP, but if you follow, I welcome you, no problem with that. Our next word is vegetable. Vegetable, this is very common word, but it is matter so that we pronounce this word wrongly. So today we are going to learn the correct pronunciation. Vegetable, vegetable. I'm going to say again that I'm not following any kind of IPS symbolic, or I'm not following any kind of technique or strategy. The way I learn correct pronunciation following native teachers, I'm doing the same thing. That I just watch them and I imitate them. Thus I improve my pronunciation. So what you can do? Vegetable, 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 not vegetable. Vegetable, vegetable, vegetable. So you are listening me, you are watching me, and try to utter with me. Thus you can rectify your pronunciation. Thus you can pronounce this word correctly. Number three, restaurant. We usually say restaurant. We usually say restaurant in Bangladesh, but this is not correct pronunciation. Okay, so you should say restaurant, 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 restaurant. So you are listening me, watching me, and try to utter with me. Thus, you also can pronounce this word restaurant, restaurant correctly. And then we have very interesting word, finance. This is very important. We we have this subject in Bangladesh. Our brother and sister, even in our students, usually study this subject, but they don't know how to pronounce this word correctly. They also pronounce this word in a wrong way. But from today, I think who are listening me, you are not going to utter this word wrong way. You are going to utter this word correctly, or you are going to pronounce this word correctly. Finance, 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 or finance, or finance, or finance. I mean, you can utter this word in two different ways: finance or finance, finance or finance. So you are listening me and just try to imitate. Thus you can improve this pronunciation. And then our last word is comfortable. Last word is comfortable. But in Bangladesh, what I heard my students as well as some even teachers usually pronounce it comfortable, comfortable. But this is not correct pronunciation. The correct pronunciation will be comfortable. What? Comfortable, comfortable. Comfortable is correct pronunciation. Comfortable. So you are listening me, just try to imitate and just try to pronounce this word like me. And thus you can improve the word comfortable, not comfortable. Comfortable, comfortable, not comfortable. Okay, so to sum up, I would say that these words are very common. So of course we should know and we should mandatorily know how to pronounce this word correctly, and also the correct pronunciation of this word, because we have to use this word in our daily life. And these are very common word. So that's why we should know the pronunciation. And I would like to say you again that I didn't follow any kind of IPS symbol, as well as I didn't follow any kind of technique to teach you the correct pronunciation of this word. I just try to follow the natural pronunciation. So I think the best strategy is, for me, for my opinion, I'm not saying this, what I'm saying this is exactly, but I'm saying for my opinion, if you want to know the correct pronunciation of word, you can follow native speaker, and then you can imitate them, and while you watch them or listen them, just try to pronounce word like them. Thus you can get correct pronunciation, or thus you can improve your pronunciation. Thank you everyone.